Happy New Year, my witches. It's Witch Angel Nakora, and, well, I'm going to say this outright. 2017 wasn't the greatest year for me at all. Oh, and I'm sorry if you hear anything in the background. It's my Skype. I don't feel like going on Do Not Disturb. But anyway, my 2017 wasn't that great. I went to Louisiana for a few months. It was total hell. I felt like I was literally in hell. It was mentally, physically, emotionally scarring. I hated it. My anxiety, my depression, my PTSD, it was all worse. On top of all that, I found out I'm diabetic and my cholesterol is like, it's okay, just not that great. But all I gotta say is 2017, I can go choke on a damn banana peel for all I give a shit. It's been nothing but tears, anxiety, pain, moments where I've wanted to hurt myself even more, to get rid of the pain. I'm talking about both mentally and physically. There was a few times when I was down in Louisiana that I wanted to kill myself. All because of the trauma I was going through. I mean, where I was staying, the people that lived there with me, she had 5 kids. And not only that, she smoked not only cigarettes, but weed. And I don't do that. I was surrounded by the smoke from both those things. And thankfully I didn't get high or anything. But she had 5 kids. One was going on 2, and the eldest was like going on 12. And she was exposing them to this kind of bullshit. I didn't have any privacy. I had hardly any time to myself. I could hardly work on videos. It was just crap. My depression had gotten so bad down there. I wanted to start hurting myself again. I wanted to start doing things to myself, like run myself into walls, or claw myself again with my sharp nails. Just do something to get my mind off all the anxiety that was going on in the household. There was fighting, there was yelling, a lot of yelling, a lot of anxiety. I didn't have a real bed to sleep in. I slept on the couch the whole fucking time. And even while going to Celebrate Recovery down there, it didn't help. I got the blue chip, the red chip, and the green chip, and I think the white one. But even then, I wanted to relapse and just end it all. I wanted to take my PTSD meds or my anxiety pills and just down the whole bottle. It was that bad down there. But thankfully, I was allowed to come back to Kentucky. And Kentucky is my haven. It's my home. It's where I want to be for a very, very, very long time. I'm sorry if my words before triggered anybody, because they were like depressive due to me being formally suicidal and everything. But down there, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, asthma, due to the smoking in the room and the bronchitis I had gotten from it. I just came back to Kentucky with a lot more issues than before. When I came back to Kentucky, I was diagnosed with undifferentiated schizophrenia, then they changed it to schizophrenic disorder, depressive type, which means I hear voices in my head. And 90% of the time they're good voices, but the other 10% they're voices that make me want to hurt myself. But I'm doing things now to keep the voices from happening again. I've been diagnosed with actual PTSD due to traumatic events in the past. Been diagnosed as a former self-harmer. I have scars on my arms that you can't see because this is an audio thing. I've also got mental scars that will never go away on my brain and on my mind and in my heart. It was 2017. I hated it. But you know what they say, you shouldn't dwell on the bad things. You should look forward to the good things. I mean, today, a good friend of mine who's a fan of the channel, he was supposed to come down today, early. Like, he was supposed to leave at 8 and be here around 2, but he texted me at 10 in the morning to see if it was still okay to come down here. And I'm like, come on, dude. We had this planned. And then he finally leaves around 2 o'clock. After telling him that there's a place for him to crash here for the night and all that stuff, and just it ruined my plans. I wanted him to come down here around 2 so we could have lunch, go to the mall, maybe grab a coffee at Starbucks, go to Spencer's and start giggling at all the really funny stuff and look at all the adult stuff, and maybe go to GameStop and find a game or two to bring home, you know, for him to keep and for me to keep. Just, but because of that, I ruined my plans, and now he's going to be here around 6 o'clock in the evening. It just really got me pissed off right now. That's why I'm not really in a happy mood, because normally whenever I do vlogs like this, or audio vlogs, or whatever you want to call them, I'm usually in a happy mood. But only the good thing about this year, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the good things about this year that happened to me. First off, it's my 1-year anniversary of watching Razbowski. That man has changed my life for the better. He has saved my life more times than you can imagine. I'm going to tell you all the story on how I found him. See, I originally watched a lot of Markiplier and Jacksepticeye when my stepdad passed away to help calm me down and get my mind off things. And I've watched them for about a few months, I guess. From January when my stepdad passed to, about April. About a couple days before Raz's birthday. He was about 29, and at the time I had just turned 28. And I was looking for something, to like calm me down. And I remembered Mark had done a lot of Yandere Simulator, and Jack did Yandere Simulator, so I typed in Yandere Simulator videos, funny. And what popped up was the name Razbowski. And I'm like, this is interesting. So I clicked on the video, and it was the video where he was testing out a mod where he could turn Yandere-chan into the succubus. Which, by the way, was my favorite video he's done, other than the top 5 eliminations and the first time we ever get to meet Mr. Turtle. I can't remember which video that was. But when I heard him, I had never felt this swelling in my chest. His voice, it was charming. It was calming. I mean, Mark and Jack, they calm me down too. But with him, it was like my anxiety just went kaboom. It went bye-bye. Sure, his hair looked like a shark's fin back then. Because the way it was styled was like a big old pompadour. It was adorable. But he said his intros so well back then. And I didn't realize he was Scottish. And when I found out he was Scottish, that made me happy, because Scottish things make me happy, I guess. Well, anyway, after that, I started watching him every day, and just watching him was like an antidepressant. It was like an anxiety medication that my eyes could take in. Look at me waxing all poetic here. And then when he got his hair cut and started changing up his recording studio and all that, the videos got more and more, I don't know what to say here, got better and better. And the intros got even more and more awesome, and on occasion flirty, and on occasion kind of sordid, but I still loved it. And there's just something about him. His eyes calm me down whenever I look into him. They're soothing hazel green. His hair is amazing. I don't know how he keeps it like that. His voice is like melted caramel. It's absolutely sweet. Even when he's being flirty as hell. His comedy is spot on. He's like what would happen if you had taken the comedy of Markiplier, mixed it with the humor of Jacksepticeye, and gave it a kilt. As in turn it's Scottish instead of Irish. And I found he's also a former actor. It made me happy because I was sort of a former actress because I only did one role in a movie. But there's stuff about him that made me happy. And now I watch him every day to calm myself down whenever I'm feeling down or whenever I'm feeling just like crap. He and a bunch of other YouTubers have made my year. It was through Raz I found Dawko, Bazamalam, 8-Bit Ryan. Those three are a hoot. Through him I found DA Games and listened to his music and his playthroughs. That dude is funny as hell. Also, he really needs to re-dye the streak in his hair. It's starting to fade like hell. It's also through him that I found Bijou Mike and the Cub Scouts, Jay. Just through him, I found so much happiness. And someday whenever I do decide to meet him, either at Insomnia or he comes to the US for another convention, hopefully he'd come to OMGCon if people asked. I would like to just talk with him for a while. Let him know how much he means to me. Let him know how much he saved my life. Let me give you a little story. The day before I was to leave back for Kentucky, I was at the end of my rope. I was crying. I was miserable. I had taken one of the kitchen knives from the kitchen and hid in the bathroom, and I had my tablet with me. I was going to end it, but I said, I'm just gonna watch a video before I do it. And what I do? I turned on Razbowski, and it was the video where he was playing Rise of Evil, and that video made me realize that there's more to life than trying to off yourself. He saved my life that day. And it also made me remember the promise I made to my mom on her deathbed. Because I looked her straight in the eye and I told her, Mom, I'm going to stay alive for the both of us. I wanted to do things you couldn't do. I wanted to not kill myself. I want to stay alive for the both of us, Mom. I love you so much. It was thanks to that video I remembered my promise, and to this day I've kept it. I'm almost 29. I turned 29 in 3 months. or more like 2 months and half of March. But other than that, it's thanks to Raz, it's thanks to Dako, 8-Bit Ryan, Bazamalam, Will Ryan of DA Games, Jay from the Cub Scouts, Bijou Mike, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Wishu, Ninja Sex Party, which are an amazing band by the way, Game Grumps, Nate Wants to Battle. It's thanks to them I'm still alive on this earth. I'm alive. I've returned to my wicked ways. I've returned to being a witch full time and never deviating from my path of light again. 2017 is also the year I went to my first convention. I went to OMG Con up in Owensboro, which is 2 hours away from me, and it was so much fun. I got to cosplay for the first time. I mean, in public. I got to be Antiseptic Baby. I got to be Geisha Bonnie. I got to be Loki, like a female Loki. I got to be what was I? I got to be Darkiplier. I got to be Officer Booty Love as well. That was fun. And in 2018, I've got Twisted Geisha Bonnie, I've got Monokuma, and I've got Princess Tenny ready for OMG Con 2018. I can't wait for that. It's exciting. And if I could, I'd like to meet some of you guys down there in Owensboro. It's the 8th through the 10th down there in June. And it's also this year I got to start doing makeup tutorials, or actually I only done one makeup tutorial. I'm going to do more pretty soon. It's also the year I've heard of Danganronpa, Zero Escape, so many awesome games that I got to try out and buy and all that stuff. 2017 is also the year I well, I don't know how to say this, but it's also the year, sorry, my ears are really itchy. It's also the year I promised myself that in 2018 I'd learn how to drive. I don't know, I can't drive due to anxiety issues and focus issues due to autism, and also going to be the year that I eventually get lots more help for my mental issues, because I struggle with depression, suicidal thoughts, self-harming thoughts, and even though I take medication for it, it still doesn't really help. But I'm still working on it. I'll eventually get back to where I used to be before this all happened. Like, before 2008 that it was. Back in 2008, that's when it all started. After graduation, my mom died in 2009. It was like a little while after the ice storm we had here in town that ravaged half the country. But I just want to take a big ass eraser to my brain and erase 2017 and reset it for 2018. I want to hit that big ass reset button and say, fuck you, 2017. Go choke on a damn banana peel. There's 5 things I want to do next year, and that's get more help from mental health issues. I want to learn how to drive. I want to help overcome my anxiety issues. I want to meet the people who made my life even better, and I just want to have a better year overall. I may dislike our president very, very much. Don't ask me again. And I really hate what he's done this year. But I would rather, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I'd rather be in Scotland right now instead of having to listen to his bullcrap. Well, not just because of Raz, but it's also because I have a friend up in Scotland who'd like to meet me someday. Also, I'm sorry if I sound like absolute crap. My allergies are acting up, and whenever I talk too much, my nose gets stuffy for some weird reason. Also, I stammer and I ramble on way too much. But another goal I'd like to do for next year is do more voice acting. I'd like to start collaborating with some awesome YouTubers. Like, I'd love to collaborate with Blaze, as in the guy who does those shit I don't like videos for Danganronpa and other videos. He does gameplay videos, he does his own dubs and everything. He's funny as hell. And I'd also like to do a collaboration with maybe Frasian, one of my favorite animators. She's from France. She's amazing. Y'all should go subscribe to her. I'd like to also, work on my drawings. I'm not that great with pencil and paper, but I at least try. So yeah, I just want to have a better year. That's all. I just want to do more voice acting. I want to make this channel better. And after con season, I might be getting a PS4. So I can do live streams of like Jak and Daxter, Danganronpa, Zero Escape, WWE 2K17, 18, etc. Stuff like that. I've already got a PlayStation Network name. It's all secured, and when I get my console, I'll be hooking it up and doing broadcasts and all that good stuff. So, watch out for that. But right now, I'm just taking a lot of time to get me back in order. And once I get me back in order, there'll be more stuff on the channel, there'll be voice acting and all that. But until then, Happy New Year, guys. And hopefully your 2018 will be more magical than this year ever was, because this year can go suck a sour orange. Yes, I got that from Bazamalam. So, anyway, if you like this video, I want you to hit that like button faster than you can catch a spell to the face. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you on in the next video. Have a magical 2018. Mwah! Stay magical, my friends, and see you soon.